Speeches are starting. Kat, your 3 minutes starts now.
Hello, my name is Katrina Alberto, and I'm running to be one of your Cooperative Cultural Affairs Coordinators for the 2018-2019 school year. I don't know about all of you, but recently I've been hearing the phrase, do it for the culture often. Hearing this has caused me to reflect on what my culture truly represents. When people think of Filipino culture, they usually think of Jollibee, Lumpia, Pancit, Manny Pacquiao, Tinikling, Magic Sing, those middle school Filipino hypebeasts, and plenty other aspects. However, there's obviously much more to Filipino culture than what I've listed. From a young age, recognizing my Filipino culture has been a fundamental part of my life. Growing up with parents who immigrated to the United States and had to adjust to the American lifestyle has taught me to consistently keep in touch with my roots. Now that I'm at an age where I can decide on my own how I want to associate myself, I find that I consistently move towards learning more about the Filipino culture as it is ever growing. I myself have taken steps toward this goal by volunteering with House of Philippines, representing them as a former Queen of House of Philippines, and now my avid involvement with AB Samahan. Back to what I was saying earlier about culture, it is what makes us who we are. Our culture shapes and forms our character, from our history and traditions to our everyday lifestyle, including food, entertainment, and media, and politics. What stands at the root of all these characteristics are the people who make it possible. The most significant and notable aspects that define Filipino people are their value for family, respect, and traditions. With culture standing as the foundation of who we are, it is without a doubt something that needs to be embraced. Our family-oriented lifestyle, where we recognize outsiders or newcomers as kaibigan, the respect we show for our elders as we refer to them as kuya or ate, and extend the hand to mama po. And our traditions we uphold to this day, of course, include having large celebrations for whatever occasion, because there's always a reason to celebrate life. As an organization, we are known as Andres Bonifacio Samahan. If you didn't know by now, Samahan means togetherness or unity. The 4 pillars of Andres Bonifacio Samahan include academics, community, political, and social, all encompassed by culture. I aspire to truly incorporate culture into each aspect of our 4 pillars. As I said before, keeping the culture alive would not be possible without the people who put their time and effort into spreading it amongst others. So the next time someone tells you to do it for the culture, remember to do it for the purpose of upholding our values and traditions, upholding our lifestyle, and upholding our identity. Do it for the culture.
Now you'll have 2 questions from the current positions.
Hello. Sorry, I forgot where to put it. But basically, my question was, what is one part or one aspect of Philippine/Philippine American history that you feel passionately about, and how would you like to share that with next year's general members?
One part of Philippine American history that really resonates with me is the first Filipinos that actually came to California, or actually the United States in general, which were, they actually came here from, as slaves through Spain, and came here to Morro Bay in California, and that personally resonates with me because with a dad that's a huge Filipino history buff, that's something that I would like to share with others, because a lot of people don't know about the history of us Filipinos and us Filipinos in America, and I think that's something that we should recognize more because that has formed our culture, especially they first came here in California, and I think that's something that should be recognized and something that is very notable. And it's an most important part of our culture.
Okay.
And throughout GBMs, I would just hope to share more about, again, like I said, more about the history because it's something that people tend to forget about Filipino culture.
Hey, hello. So, if elected as co-cultural coordinator, what is something new that you would like to implement during your term?
For me, something new that I would like to implement, like we already have during GBMs, the Tawang Sikat with the famous Filipino person, or we have Filipino phrases that we already have. I would like to incorporate parts of, like I said in my speech, parts of Filipino culture that we don't really shine a light on, such as stories about the Philippines, whether it be stories that are told throughout different regions in the Philippines, and something that I like thought of was like story time with cocos, or like having something very wholesome like cocoa with cocos, where you could just share stories about Filipino culture.
Thank you. So now these are the audience questions. The first one is, often the issues and interests of the Philippine-X Philam community are similar to those of other communities of color. How will you establish closer relations with the other cultural organizations on campus?
Well, as I said before, like Samhan, we stand for togetherness and unity. So I would hope to, rather than like set ourselves apart from them. Of course, we are different from other organizations, but I would like for us to come together and just realize that like, though we do have our differences in cultures, we still can come together and just embrace ourselves as different people that all uphold certain traditions, whether it be like togetherness or the heart that we have in our families, and just coming together as one.
And then your next question is, in the past, there were issues with communication between the COCOs, especially with differing agendas. How would you resolve these issues while working with your co?
I plan, though my co, if elected as co-culturals, I would hope to work together with them despite any differences, and though we may have differences if elected, I hope that like we address that just to come to terms, like even if we disagree, that we agree to disagree, and somewhere find a happy medium between the two, and just try and find, just like I said before, like a median between the two of us, whether it be like, what's the right word to use? With me, like differing opinions on how we want to implement it into our community, or how we would like to showcase this. Just find a place where we can agree on.
Thank you.